Senior Moments, sponsored by the Empowering Seniors Group on News Talk KVNU, 102 FM and 610 AM.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Senior Moment Show. My name is Bryce Patton, here with Sid Roeder, the
Good
fabulous
morning.
Sid
Well,
Roeder.
I was going to say, where's my term here?
Well, you were kind of giving me the look earlier, and I wasn't sure if I was going to go ahead and say something or not, but you are fabulous, so we'll go with that today.
Thank you. I feel fabulous.
Yes. Well, we have, I'm going to say a show today. I don't
a
know
show.
about our guest that we're going to have, but
Yeah, I don't know about him either.
a little shady, but just kidding. But you want to tell us about our sponsorship, and then we can get into our conversation?
Of course. Our sponsor, as last week, is the Empowering Seniors Group, which is a group of professionals that has dedicated their time and effort to provide information to seniors, their family members, caretakers, and all those great people that listen to us every Saturday morning. If you'd like to learn more about the Empowering Seniors Group, you can do so online at empoweringseniors.info, or you can email us at empoweringseniors.cv@gmail.com, and the CV stands for Cache Valley. And lastly, if you have any suggestions for the show, anyone you would like to see us invite, you can call me personally at 435-512-6406.
Wonderful. Well, thank you very much for that.
Yeah, and I guess, do I get to introduce our guest today?
I guess if you want to.
Yeah, we don't have an outside guest. Actually, Bryce Patton here, my partner in crime to do this radio show, is our guest today, or my guest today. We're going to talk a little bit about him and the company that he is partner of. Did I say that correctly?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Whatever you want.
So, maybe we have listeners that have never really met you. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Oh, awesome. Yeah, so Bryce Patton, I'm one of the partners at ComForCare Home Care, as well as one at RT Med Mobile, our medical DME company. I discovered it working with people with disabilities in high school that I just love to help people. I love being around them. I love that connection. And so this is right up my alley when I had this opportunity with Bruce to be a part of ComForCare. I felt like really we can just make a difference in someone's life. And it's not just a job. It's more, I get that good feeling every day that I know I'm making a difference in people's lives, and that's what really fuels what I do. My wife and I would have this discussion quite a bit. It's like, could you really go work at like in a factory or something? I couldn't. It just doesn't give me that good feeling. And so that's where ComForCare, being able to help these families out, our clients out, and see what changes it makes in their lives, it just is huge for me.
Yeah, on that note, I want to, the slogan or the motto that ComForCare has is really good. Do you want to recite that?
I love it. Yeah, it's live your best life possible. And that goes for our clients. It also goes for our caregivers. It goes for the families. Everyone we're involved with, we're trying to make everyone live their best life. We want our caregivers to feel that they are loved, they're appreciated, and that our clients are the same way. And we treat each one like they're our family. We just had an instance. We cover from Idaho all the way down to American Fork now. And we had one of our clients down in Salt Lake that was on hospice and leaving, and the family's calling us panicking. What are we going to do? We can't, just kind of freaking out about the whole situation, and we need someone there 24/7. And with the care that our caregivers gave, after 3 weeks, they were off hospice and taking care of it. And we're non-medical, and so we help with a lot of their goals and different things, but we don't do the medical side of things. And so, but just our staff being there, making sure all the different things were in a line, it really, the guy got better and he got off hospice, and that's huge for us because now the family's happier. They get more time with their dad. He's up moving. He's in a lot better space. And for me, that's the biggest part of it. We get to help people.
That's great. Thanks for sharing that. I also think sometimes in talking with people don't understand the differences between home health and home care. So maybe you want to elaborate a little bit on what the differences are and that the two things can be combined.
Oh, yeah. No, that's perfect. Yeah. So first of all, home health, that's doctor's orders. That's your physical therapy. That's your nurses that are coming in. All those people that have that skill. And then insurance is telling them what they can and cannot do. Say, hey, these are the outcomes we expect to see. And we're leading the show, and so this is what we'll pay for, and that's what you get it as a family. When you're doing the home care side of things, we work with you, and we get to sit down and say, hey, okay, what are the biggest needs? What things can we do? We can't administer meds, but we can remind your loved one, especially those that have dementia or Alzheimer's. We can help remind them to take their medications. If a physical therapist comes in and is saying, hey, you need to be doing these different exercises, they come and do the exercises and leave, and then they're gone for a few days before they come back. Well, if they set up that plan, our staff can go in there and they can do those exercises with your family member, with you, and help you do them safely. So we can continue on that medical side. We just don't have the skill to direct it. The best thing about it that I love is that we work with the family or with our clients, and we can come up with what they want to do. And we can be there as much time as they want us to be there or as little. So if somebody is needing 24/7 care or supervision, we can come into the home and be there for them. And insurance isn't the one telling us, oh, you can and cannot do this. We can come in and work with you and say, hey, we want laundry done or we need this food done, and we can take care of it. And you're in the driver's seat as the client, not the insurance company, which I love so much. So we're almost coming up on our first break here, but what are some of the typical things that cause families to call you and discuss? Oftentimes what ends up happening is they realize, hey, mom and dad they're struggling or they're falling. Their mind's not quite there. They keep forgetting their meds. And so that's when they start giving us a call. Or what ends up happening is they're running around, they're taking care of their own children, and then they've got to go take care of mom and dad. They've got to go do their laundry. They've got to go cook meals. They've got to do those different things for them. So oftentimes those are the triggers that people see. Hey, I'm running around taking care of all these people, and I just don't have the bandwidth for it. So I'm calling ComForCare. We'll get some of their staff in there to take care of people.
Thank you, Bryce. We are at our first break here. This is the Senior Moment Show. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Hi, this is Tyler. Recently, my father passed away, and White Pine provided the funeral services for our family. They were friendly, thoughtful, and attentive to every detail. It isn't often that a loved one passes away, so it was very important to my family that everything be handled just right. Because my dad was loved by so many people, we had a lot of family and friends that traveled from out of town. I really appreciate how White Pine Funeral Services made sure everyone was comfortable and that the focus was where it needed to be, on my dad and my family. They really took care of us during this tender time.
White Pine Funeral Services, here when you need us most.
Picture this. Your family's locked in court, fighting over your home and your assets because there was no plan. Don't let probate decide your future. I'm attorney Justin Wall with Wall Estate Solutions. Stay in control with wills, trusts, and smart planning that keeps your family out of court and your wishes protected. Get peace of mind today. Visit wallestate.law or call 435-294-0346. That's 435-294-0346. Your legacy, your plan.
Hi, this is Bruce with ComForCare. One of the ways we help loved ones stay in their home is by assisting with daily tasks. These may include bathing, meal preparation, medication reminders, and housekeeping. We even help with shopping, transportation, and errands. Most of all, we offer a trusted level of care. Let us help you live your best life possible with ComForCare. This is Bruce, and you can call me at 754-7676. ComForCare, 754-7676.
Need a helping hand? The Bear River Association of Governments, also known as BRAG, is here for you.
They assist seniors with in-home services, provide utility bill relief through the HEAT program, and offer rental assistance to keep you housed.
Need help with tax prep? Their experts ensure you get the refund you deserve. And for veterans, they're here to connect you with the benefits you've earned.
Bragg is your local resource for a stronger today and a more secure future. Call today or visit bragg.utah.gov.
Did you know 1 in 3 people will visit a nursing home? Did you know that once there, they will stay there for an average of 3 years? Did you also know there are insurance options that can help cover this experience? Hi, I'm Tracy Ferris with Blue Water Health Insurance. It's not cheap to stay in a full-fledged nursing home. Long-term care insurance can help you or a loved one get the care they need and deserve. If you wait until you need it, you may be too late. Give me a call at 435-890-8155.
Getting around your home should be easy and safe. At RT Med Mobile, they provide wheelchairs, stair lifts, ramps, and electric lift chairs to help seniors maintain independence and comfort. Their friendly team offers free in-home consultations to find the perfect solution for you or your loved one. Locally owned and here to help, call 435-260-6171 today. RT Med Mobile, because your mobility matters.
Welcome back. This is the Senior Moment Show. I am your host, Sid Roeder, and if you heard our first segment today, it's just Bryce Patton with ComForCare and my co-host typically talking about what he does with home care. And we ended kind of on the note that I'm going to give you a chance to mention the contact information in case somebody is thinking that they're maybe overwhelmed and need a little bit of assistance.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, give us a call if you're ever in that thing where you're just feeling burnout or, hey, you know what, I need a little time for myself. Give us a call. Our phone number is 435-764-7676.
So do you find, Bryce, that people oftentimes wait until they're completely burned out? Is that a standard scenario?
Oh, yeah, that's definitely what happens. More often than not, they just get to the point where they're done. They're burnt out, or they've hurt themselves taking care of their loved one, have to go in and have surgery on their back because they've been trying to lift their spouse out of bed and into the shower and trying to do everything on their own. And so they call panicking. Hey, I need help. I can't do this anymore. We need to start. I need help yesterday. And it's tough. It's really hard to get that squared away. We get people started really quick with our care. But it does take a few things. We have to, the state requires us that a nurse comes out and does an evaluation, so we can't do that. But really, we don't want people to get burnt out like that in the first place. What we want them to do is realize that, hey, getting someone else in there to care for them doesn't mean you're abandoning them. What it means is that you're caring for them and caring for yourself, because we all need a little TLC every once in a while. We need to be able to take care of ourselves and enjoy life. We run into this quite a bit where usually it's the daughter, and sometimes it's the sons, but usually what's happening is they're what we call the sandwich generation. They're taking care of their parents on one side and their children on the other side of things. And they have conflicting schedules. They feel like they need to be with their parents during a time when their kid is having a soccer game, or there's an activity going on that they want to be in. They feel guilty leaving their parents to go to that other activity. And that's where we come in. Really, we can get our staff in there, and so they're sitting with mom and dad, taking care of them. It's a new face. They can do games. They can have great conversation. We can clean, cook, do all those fun things. And it frees up that child to go to the other activities with their children or with their grandchildren even. And so that's a huge deal. Now everyone's living their best life. Their parents are taken care of. We run, I think it's 6 different background checks on all of our caregivers. We built our office is a home, and so we can do all the training that we need, from cooking to transfers, right there in our office, so that when our caregivers go out, they're fully trained and are able to take care of your loved ones.
So maybe quick question there. Can you do you also deal with the dementia-related diseases?
Yeah, definitely. So we do a thing called Dementia-Wise training. It's this national training that we get to work with people who have dementia or memory issues. And all of our staff go through that. Our office is certified, and so we're very able and very well equipped to be able to manage and help with people with dementia. So, and those are oftentimes some of the most difficult ones because they don't sit still or they're very forgetful, and they can get themselves in trouble. They can either wander off, they can turn on, the biggest one is they turn on their oven or the stovetop, and they leave things burning, and just that forgetfulness, and they can run into that. Or if depending on how their medication is set up, they can overdose and do different things. And so those are things that we really work on, and we train our staff to be able to manage and take care of that.
That's great. Yeah. Just with some experience in my family, I also find that maybe having a home care service helps a little bit to get your family member onto that threshold that outsiders are going to come in. And it's maybe a nicer transition to have someone in that does something exciting and fun with you than someone who helps you with hygiene.
Yeah, no, that's very true. Having someone come in, and this is one of those things that we talked about people getting to breaking point and they just want to be done, and they're very stressed. It's a much smoother transition if we can get in early. You can start out with just a couple hours a week. Having one of our caregivers come in as dementia progresses, they're already used to having someone else come into their home, not a family member, and so it's a much smoother transition than if you wait till dementia is full on. And so that's really good because they get excited about having our caregivers come in. We have a different variety. We have young caregivers, we have some older caregivers, and we match those up with personalities and what the client wants. And oftentimes it's so nice because it's a new face that comes in. It's not just, it's my daughter taking care of me. It's someone that comes in, they're happy, they're excited. And what I love about it is that the daughters or sons, they get to now be daughters and sons and not the caregiver. So they get to come back and have that special time with their loved ones, that they can go in and just visit and take care of and talk with mom or dad and enjoy that time instead of going over to the house thinking, okay, I've got to cook this meal, I've got to do their laundry, I've got to clean the house, I got to do the bathrooms. They can now just relax because our caregivers have come in and taken care of all those things and now are able to, they can just sit and enjoy that time with them.
So before we hit our next break, what does the intake or that initial interview look like really quick?
Oh, really quick. What we like to do is we like to come over to your home, meet with the client, see the situation, answer any questions that they might have. The state requires us to do some paperwork, so we fill out the paperwork, and then afterwards we have a nurse that comes and does an assessment. Once we do that assessment, she creates a care plan. The family or the client approves that care plan, so we're all on the same page and we know what's going on, that we're all together on this, and if things need to be tweaked or changed, then we can do that. Again, the client is in the driver's seat on this, and so that's what it looks like, and then we can get services started right after that.
And we have just enough time for your phone number, right?
Our phone number is 435-764-7676.
Thank you. This is the Senior Moment Show, visiting today with Bryce Patton, who is usually our co-host, but today our guest. And we're talking about all things home care. Again, this is the Senior Moment Show. We're going to take a short break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Are you tired of feeling unwell and not knowing why? At Next Level Health and Wellness, we hear you. We specialize in uncovering the root causes of your discomfort, whether it's gut health, hormone imbalances, or emotional and mental blocks. With personalized plans, advanced lab testing, and evidence-based holistic nutrition practices, we guide you toward lasting health and wholeness. Awaken your healing potential with a team that listens, understands, and supports you wherever you are. Visit nextlevelhw.com to start your journey to feeling better today.
You have a lot of options when it comes to buying or selling a home. Do you list it online, sell it yourself, or do you have a realtor help? It's a major financial and emotional decision. A realtor is the liaison between buyers and sellers and really helps you navigate complex contracts, deadlines, and disclosures.
Hi, this is Sid Roeder with Achievement Realty. I work for you to get the best outcome for your situation. Let me earn your trust with a free consultation and a free market analysis. Call me today at 512-6406. Then list it, sell it, and move on.
Sometimes I'd like to smack old age right in the kisser. Pow!
I always get the best parking spot.
Hi, this is Bruce with ComForCare. With ComForCare at your side, you can live your best life possible. We know families can't be there 24/7, which is why we can help with as little or as much home care as you need, so you can live in your own home on your own terms.
I won't let aging stop me from being me.
Together with ComForCare, you can live your best life possible. Call us today at 754-7676.
This is Oliver with Cache Valley Pharmacy. We're working with Cache Valley's own Focus Pharmacology and CacheMedical.org to help you lose weight the right way with supplements that support your weight loss journey and easy telehealth appointments from the comfort of your own home. When you think weight loss, think Cache Valley Pharmacy, your partner for a healthier, more confident you. Visit us at CacheValleyPharmacy.com or go to CacheMedical.org to start your weight loss journey today.
It's tough knowing how to care for an aging parent. Mom has always been there for me, but now I need to be there for her. When we found out she needed surgery, I wondered how I could attend to her needs and still be mom to my kids. I was so relieved to learn about transitional rehab at Maple Springs in North Logan. From the nurses to the physical therapists, it was like their whole staff was focused on helping Mom get better. Maple Springs in North Logan was an answer to my prayers.
Learn more at maplespringsnorthlogan.com or call 753-9400.
Welcome back. This is the Senior Moment Show. Today it is your host, Sid Roeder, visiting with Bryce Patton, who's typically my co-host. But today we're talking about all things home care with ComForCare, the company that Bryce is a partner of. And we've talked a little bit about your process when you analyze someone's situation. And you mentioned there's a nurse that has to come. Do you want to elaborate on that?
Yeah, we have a nurse that comes out. And the reason we do that, she has the medical training to see. And she can see all the different points of the house, see where they're going to shower, see if there's different things that you might need to install or would be a good idea to install or remove. Because one of those things that we see a lot of is falls. And so she can come in and give tips and ideas on things that might need to be removed or moved around in order for your loved one to be safe. One thing we run into is those pesky, beautiful area rugs that are a big fall risk. And so that's one thing that you got to watch out for, is just things on the floor that you might trip over. And so the nurse comes out and sees all that and is able to just really see how we can do the best care possible to make sure everyone has the best outcome.
Great. Thanks, Bryce. Over the break, we talked a little about the financial end of things, and there's a few things that can help with the expenses under certain circumstances.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, one of the big things that we work with is the veterans. If you or your loved one is a veteran, that's a great time. Give us a call. We work really well with the VA in order to get these things covered, and the VA will actually authorize a certain amount of hours a week, and they'll pay for it for us to come in and take care of you or your loved one. And it's a really big deal. And oftentimes people are like, well, we're a veteran and we don't know if we qualify. Well, let's go down that rabbit hole. Let us help you get through that and see if you qualify or not. Because why not? What's the hurt? They say no, and we're back at square one. But if they do say yes, it's a really good service that we can come in and help out. The other one is long-term care insurance. Most people get it so they can go into an assisted living or something like that. But long-term care insurance will actually pay for in-home care, and they'll pay for our company or other companies like ours to come in and take care of you or your loved one who has that insurance. And it can be a big load, or take a big load off of your shoulders, not having to worry about that.
Great. Are there, you usually ask that question, are there any fun stories that you can think of, any extremely gratifying situations you were able to take care of?
We have a lot of extremely gratifying things. One just reminds me of, we had one guy who, he had long-term care insurance, and he did not want to leave his home. And that was just one of those things. He just did not want to leave his home. He had all of his possessions there. And he had a hard time getting around the house, and but he wanted to be in his own home. And I got to go visit with him. And the cool thing is you just see him light up as you help him out of his bed and he gets to look around at all the work and effort he did. He got to remember all the things because he was in his own home. It was the house he built, the cool things he got to do. He got to sit down, and every time he would sit up, he'd just kind of look around, and it was like, yeah, I've lived a good life. It's okay. And then he's since passed on by now, but it was just really cool just to see every time he got to sit up, he'd look around, and he got to remember all those things and the accomplishments he's done. So that, for me, that's huge. I mean, we talked about a little bit about earlier about some of our other clients that we've been able to help out with. But I think the biggest thing is that people get to live their best life. We had one that she didn't ever think she'd be able to leave her house, and we worked out transportation. So she's able to go shopping now. She has that person that, hey, we're going to go, I want to go do this activity. Usually it's going to get ice cream, which that would be me too, going to get ice cream. But she didn't ever think she would be able to get out and do that. And since we got in there, and now she's just on cloud nine. She loves it. You always see a big smile on her face. We have another one that, she has to mention she loves to get out and walk, but she didn't feel safe, and her family didn't feel safe to take her out walking. And now it's fun because I get not right now because it's cold outside, but in the summer months, in the fall, I could take a detour from my house on the way to work, and I would see them walking, her with my staff, walking down the road with big smiles on their face, just chatting it up. And as the dementia keeps getting worse and worse, that's one of the things she definitely looks forward to. So I love it.
Yeah, I'm sure on the caretaker end, you also sometimes hear stories that the jobs enriched their lives.
Oh, it's huge. Yeah, I mean, and that's one of those things. We get caregivers that just love helping people, and they really are in it just because they're doing a service for someone. And we have caregivers that, they'll come and they're at college and they're doing all their classes and whatnot, and this is their part-time job while they're going to school. And then they graduate and they go on to another job and keep a couple shifts just so they can stay and have that feel-good moment with us. So it's pretty awesome.
That's wonderful. Sadly, we are coming up to the end of our show, so I want to give you another chance to mention your contact information. And do you guys take walk-ins? You've got a physical location, don't you?
Yeah, we do. We have a physical location. We're at 2057 North, 200 East in North Logan. And our phone number is 435-764-7676.
Thank you, Bryce. Good show, and I hope that any listeners that know someone in need reach out. This is the Senior Moment Show. We are at the end. We hope you tune in again next week.